for the last 28 years. Such an honor to be able to do this banquet every year and recognize the best assistant coaches in America. I want to welcome everybody who's watching on KETV throughout the state of Arkansas, Channel 7, and then all the fan bases who are following their coaches through streaming and social media. We welcome you all. Today is going to be a great day. You'll be motivated just watching Coach Broyles. Does that not get you motivated, just remembering the charisma and the energy that he had? He was a special guy. One of the traditions that we've had over the last 10 years is inviting our governor to be a part of our program. And today we want to welcome the first woman to serve as governor of our state and the youngest current governor in America. I know she loves football because her dad, Governor Mike Huckabee, raised her right. Please welcome our 47th governor of Arkansas, Sarah Huckabee Sanders.
Thank you. Not quite as tall as David. Thank you so much for all that you have done, for the wonderful and kind introduction, and all that you've done to support this award and our entire state over the last several years. David, you've grown the Broyles Award into a nationally coveted honor, and that speaks volumes to you and to the dedication to Coach Broyles' legacy. We are so honored to welcome you here to Little Rock and to the great state of Arkansas. And I want to say a special thank you to the Broyles family for being here today. Your support for this program is an amazing service to our state, to Razorback fans around Arkansas, to football coaches around the country, and of course, to every family who has been impacted by Alzheimer's disease. Like basically every Arkansan, I grew up living and breathing Razorback football. In fact, at our house, we were taught to love the Razorbacks and Jesus, and not always in that particular order. Coach Broyles was one of those giants we all knew growing up. His name is literally inscribed on buildings around campus, and his bronze statue stands just on the north side of Razorback Stadium. And just like my dad raised me, I'm happy to be raising my kids as Hogs fans as well. In fact, my husband, who's from Kansas City, we made a deal when we were dating. We knew things were getting serious and we had to start having those tough life conversations. Will we have kids? What sports teams will we cheer for? I told him I would let our kids be Chiefs fans if he would promise to let them be Arkansas Razorback fans. And now our sons talk about going and playing at Fayetteville. Unfortunately, I think they may need to put those dreams on hold. Just last month, I played my son George in his school's annual mother-son football game, and I'm happy to say, not to brag, but we beat them for the second year in a row. Unfortunately, he's only in the second grade, so I'm trying to rack up as many wins as possible. As they're getting taller and faster, we're getting older and slower, and the odds are not looking good over the coming years. But in all seriousness, Arkansas football brings families together. It's true in our family, it's true in the Broyles family, and it's true for families not just across the state, but across the country. More than anyone else, Coach Broyles is probably the reason for that love of Arkansas football. He was the coach who led us to our first and only national championship in football. He was the athletic director who made the wise decision to move us to the SEC. He tutored coaches and assistant coaches who today are some of the biggest names to have coached in college and the NFL. Names like Barry Switzer, Joe Gibbs, and Jimmy Johnson, just to name a few. As a graduate of Little Rock Central, it's a personal point of pride that of all the assistant coaches Coach Broyles could have chosen to be featured on the trophy beside him, he chose Wilson Matthews. That's the man who led the Central Tigers to 10 state titles in 11 years and whom Coach Broyles considered to be his most loyal and trusted assistant, a role model of the perfect assistant coach. And I'm not surprised because Central High Tigers are just a bit of overachievers. Even today, after Coach Broyles' passing, he's still helping uplift the younger generation through this award. As I mentioned, it's grown into something that assistant coaches around the country work for and covet. We've got 5 of them with us today. who have traveled from all over the country to be part of this event. And while normally it's hard for Razorback fans to cheer for any other team, much less some of those who are represented here today, we could not be more excited or honored for your presence here in our state. And it's no doubt that they've traveled here for good reason. Over the past quarter century, the vast majority of Broyles Award recipients have gone on to be head coaches. Coach Broyles and his leadership and vision paved the way for what Razorback athletics is today, making it not only a state or regional brand, but an image and place that's known around the globe. But his generosity and commitment didn't stop there. As you all know, when Coach Broyles' wife Barbara was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, he stood by her side throughout to help live the last years of her life in dignity. He even published a playbook for Alzheimer's caregivers, one that is enormously helpful and deeply moving. The Broyles Foundation distributes it free of charge in both physical and online copies. When Coach Broyles succumbed to the same disease 6 years ago, our entire state was in mourning. We hadn't just lost a legendary coach, we'd lost one of our state's biggest advocates, promoters, and success stories. We lost someone who embodied everything it means to be an Arkansan. But thanks to the hard work of the men and women here today, Coach Broyles' legacy lives on. I want to thank all of you for your efforts on his behalf and for keeping the flame of this program burning bright. And to the 5 finalists for this year's award, only one of you may walk away with the honor, but you have all shown yourselves to be outstanding assistant coaches in the same mold as Coach Matthews, who your head coaches can always depend on. And by doing that, you're walking in Coach Broyles' footsteps every day. Thank you for being here, and congratulations. Go Hogs.
Thank you for those words, Governor. We're really excited about the next chapter of the Broyles Award. For 28 years, Little Rock has been an amazing partner. Everyone here has supported us. As the governor referenced, though, this award is not just a Little Rock award, it's an Arkansas award, and it's a national award. Very excited about our new partnership with Oaklawn Hot Springs. Wayne Smith is going to help us take this thing to another level in February, beginning 2025. This time I'd like to welcome him to the mic. Wayne Smith, GM of Oaklawn.
Hi, good afternoon. Oaklawn is honored to be the presenting sponsor for the 2023 Broyles Award. We gather today to not only applaud the achievements of the 5 finalists, but also to honor the legacy of the legendary Frank Broyles, and to support the Broyles Foundation in its fight against Alzheimer's disease. The Broyles Award stands as a testament to the enduring spirit of coaching endurance and excellence. Today, let us celebrate the dedication, perseverance, and tireless efforts of these 5 coaches who have not only molded young athletes into formidable competitors, but have instilled in them the values of discipline, teamwork, and integrity, values that will follow them for the rest of their lives. Thank you for allowing us to be your presenting sponsor, and we look forward to the future and the partnership with the Broyles Award. Thank you.
Thank you, Wayne. As we saw the early video of Coach Broyles, any video of Coach Broyles is outstanding. And these 5 finalists have not seen this next video coming up. Obviously, we're getting ready to watch what these guys have accomplished in the last year. But I want you to watch this 3 or 4 minute video and remind us why we're here today. And you'll see Coach Broyles with his own words tell us.
In Arkansas, we're so proud of Coach Frank Broyles, who in 1964 gave us a national football championship. But the coach's greatest contribution may be the guidance he's given to millions of families caring for loved ones with Alzheimer's disease.
Frank Broyles has always met challenges head-on. The right mix of preparation, inspiration, and communication made him a winning coach. When Barbara, his wife of over 50 years, was diagnosed with Alzheimer's disease, he brought the same proven combination to that battle. Again, preparation came first, a step far too many caregivers forego.
You can't make a game plan if you don't know your opponent. And we knew nothing about Alzheimer's.
After the entire family learned all they could about what Barbara would need, they found inspiration by embracing the challenge.
Being a caregiver is the greatest gift you can do for your loved one. And our family all believe that. We took it as a positive.
But it doesn't remove all the heartache and hard times. Alzheimer's is a thief of the worst kind.
They lose their memory, their judgment, their reasoning, and their language. And in the first 3 or 4 years, they go from a normal person to an age of 20. And so Barbara didn't know me because she remembered me at 20. I had red hair. And she would look at me as gray hair, and she wouldn't know who I was.
They would have to get to know one another time and again, rebuilding trust from scratch almost daily. It took some creative communication.
You communicate with somebody that doesn't have a memory, doesn't have a reasoning, doesn't have judgment, and can't speak.
Early on, he could strengthen their bond by sharing the memories Barbara could recall. It was wonderful medicine.
A great lesson for anybody listening as a caregiver, you go back and discuss the memories with them when you sit down and relax, and that brings joy to them.
As Barbara's disease progressed, even those early shared experiences became irretrievable. He coped with her growing insecurities through the tone of his voice and the touch of his hand. Very little of their communication came through words.
They live by the look on your face. They live by the tone of your voice. They don't know what you're saying. See, Barbara didn't know my name the last 2 years of her life. And, but when I'd hold her hand, oh, she would relax and be calm and all because she felt safe.
With Alzheimer's, nothing can reverse the inevitable, but the family could provide the security she craved to ease her fears.
If they feel safe and loved, then dignity will prevail.
It certainly did with Barbara. She died in 2004. Frank still misses her profoundly, but he hopes caregivers will understand that if you take a winning attitude to a losing battle, you still walk away a better person.
From the Longevity Center at St. Vincent, I'm Dr. David.